mi ìbára lọ́jọ́ tòní kí gbogbo èèyàn olólùfẹ́ wa káàkiri àgbáńlá yìí kú déédéé wòye láti kí n káàbọ̀ sórí àkọ́tún ètò yín ètò àtúpalẹ̀ àwọn òwe ìròyìn ìkànnì amóhùnmáwòrán Wisdom Yard náà lọ́wọ́ ìta ti gbé ń dábí ẹ̀dùn rọ̀bì òwe Ọpẹ́yẹmí Oyèwọlá lórúkọ tèmi àti ẹnìkejì mi lájọ mú kí ní ọ̀hún wá sí tí ìgbọ́ yín.
Ọdún Adélérè lórúkọ tèmi.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa lórí ètò ìlànà máa ń ṣe àtúpalẹ̀ àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ lọ́kùnrin ọ̀jọ̀kan ilé tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ káàkiri àgbáńláyé àti ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa àti ní gbogbo ẹ̀sùn ìkùkù àti ní gbogbo àwọn ìletò wa káàkiri lágbára Ọlọ́run lágbára àdáwòrán àbí bá ṣe ń ṣe náà láti ṣe lónìí kó lè bá àyè bó ṣe yẹ kó rí ọdún àyẹ̀bó ní lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀.
Lẹ́yìn tí mo fi ṣíde wọ́n ní lórí ọmọ ààrẹ Amẹ́ríkà ẹ̀wọ̀n lórí ẹ̀ báyìí látàrí pé ó lo oògùn olóró ó sì tún ní ìbọn ní ọwọ́ lọ́nà àìtọ́.
ilé mi tó dàbí rẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tèmi ń bí ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti jẹ́ pé bímọ ìgbé ìdí náà fi dúró wọn lé lórí 250,000 gẹ́gẹ́ bí owó oṣù òṣìṣẹ́ tó kéré jùlọ kò sẹ́yìn bí ìṣèjọba orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí ò ṣe mọ̀ nípa ètò ọrọ̀ ajé mọ́ tí gbogbo ẹ̀ sì ń bú wọn sí lójoojúmọ́.
wọ́n ní ọlọ́pàá ká ẹ̀yà ara àti orí mọ́ àwọn ẹ̀yà ara 8 nínú àpò gàárì mọ́ ọkùnrin kan lọ́wọ́ l'Ondo ariwo bá sọ.
Ní ìpínlẹ̀ Edo State ọmọ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga fásitì ti fi ìbínú ju ọmọ tuntun tó bí látòkè pẹ̀tẹ́ẹ̀sì sílẹ̀ nítorí pé ọkùnrin kọ̀ láti gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
ọ̀rẹ́ méjì tó jẹ́ ìpè ọkùnrin lórí ayélujára kú ọlọ́pàá ti ẹsẹ̀ bọ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà.
Yàyà Bello lórí ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ àwọn EFCC tó jẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ EFCC ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi ẹ̀sùn kan wọn pé ó dàbí pé wọ́n ti ń gbàbọ̀dé fúnra wọn.
tó ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ṣubú yakata níbi àyájọ́ ìjọba àwarawa June 12 ní ìlú Àbújá.
Ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ ní àwọn kò ní gba ẹgbẹ̀rún márùndínlọ́gọ́rin náírà ìyẹn 75,000 naira eléyìí tí ààrẹ Tinubu fẹ́ buwọ́lù.
wọ́n ní ìwọ́de ẹnugbẹ wáyé ní Ọ̀yọ́ Ọ̀ṣun Èkó ọlọ́pàá kó àwọn olùwọ́de ní ìlú Ìbàdàn.
eléyìí ni a máa mú wá sí etí ìgbọ̀nyìn ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ìjèjì ní òní ẹwà nǹkan fìdílé tàbí kẹrẹ fìdílé nǹkan ẹjẹ́ àkànṣe wọn lẹ́ka ìpolówó ọjà wa náà nígbà tá a bá dé padà àwọn àtẹ̀wájú gbàgbé ọmọdé ọ̀rọ̀ ọba àgbókè à ń bọ̀ àti ìdè.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect platform is on the way for a perfect refilling, Nokpa will always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Herbal Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
ẹ̀ka ìpolówó ọjà wa ọdún àyẹ̀wò lóṣù.
wọ́n ní ẹ̀wọ̀n rùn lórí ọmọ ààrẹ Amẹ́ríkà lẹ́yìn tó jẹ̀bi ẹ̀sùn lílo oògùn olóró tó sì tún ní ìbọn ní ọwọ́ ní ọ̀nà àìtọ́. wọ́n ní ẹ̀wọ̀n ọdún 15 ní ìjìyà tó pọ̀ jù fún òfin ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà gbé kalẹ̀ fún ẹni tó bá jẹ̀bi irúfẹ́ ẹ̀sùn tí ọmọ ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè náà ṣe. ohun tí a mọ̀ wọ́n ní tí ilé ẹjọ́ bá dá ẹjọ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n fún ọmọ ààrẹ náà àwọn onímọ̀ ni ó ṣeé ṣe kí wọ́n má fún ní ọdún 15 tí wọ́n sọ tí òfin gbé kalẹ̀ fún ẹ̀sùn níní ìbọn 3 ní ìkáwọ́. olùkọ́ kan ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́ South Texas College of Law Austin Drew Stevenson sọ pé yóò jẹ́ ìyàlẹ́nu tí ó ń tà bá rí ẹ̀wọ̀n tó tó ọdún 5 yìí ó ló kéré jù tí ó lè ṣe òun lẹ̀wọ̀n ọdún 2 kì í ṣe pé lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ tó bá ní wọ́n dájọ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n yẹn fún pé ó lè lọ wọ́n ló lè ìjọ tó bá wù ló lè fara kalẹ̀ pé òun ṣetán tó fẹ́ ṣe ẹ̀wọ̀n òun wọ́n lẹ́yìn tó lè lọ sí ẹ̀wọ̀n ọdún 15 tí wọ́n sọ bóyá ògbóǹtarìgì tó convicted criminal abẹ́ni tó yẹ pé FBI ti ń wá kiri fọ́jọ́ tó ti pẹ́.
kódà wọ́n sọ pé ó ṣeé ṣe kó tiẹ̀ máa ṣẹ̀wọ̀n rárá kàn fún ní ìjìyà.
wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n tó bá fún ní ẹ̀wọ̀n òun náà tó bá rí pé kò bọ́ tẹ́wọ̀n lọ́rùn ó jẹ́ pé kó pe ẹjọ́ kò tẹ́mi lọ́rùn láàrin 30 ọjọ́.
wọ́n tiẹ̀ lè fún ní ìjìyà pé tó ìjìyà báyìí ni kó ṣe dípò kó lọ sí ẹ̀wọ̀n. eléyìí tó dàbí rẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tèmi ń bí àjọ tó ń jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà wọ́n jẹ́ kódùmọ̀ ìpè ìdí táwọn fi takú wọn lé lórí iye tí ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí táwọn sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí àtijọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ìyẹn 250,000 ẹgbẹ̀rún lọ́nà okòóléníàádọ́ta náírà ìyẹn 250,000 naira wọ́n ní í ṣe ní ó dàbí ẹni pé àwọn ò ní gba owó òun o torí pé ètò ọrọ̀ ajé orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ṣe ló ń fojoojúmọ́ ṣe gèṣègèṣe nǹkan wọ́n sì fojoojúmọ́ ni àwọn òtúmọ̀lẹ̀ tí ó mọ̀ làbáyé táwọn bá gba owó yìí gẹ́gẹ́ láwọn ti gbà ó lè dọ̀la kí àpò ráìsì ẹyọ kan di 500,000.
ibi tá a ti ẹ̀bá orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà dé báyìí nísìnyí àmọ́ ilẹ̀ tí ó mọ́ làmọ́ ní báyìí nísìnyí o lè débi kọ̀ọ̀kan ta ní 1,500 ń gbò báyìí débẹ̀ wọ́n lè ní 3,000.
èèyàn tó fẹ́ tún fóònù lásán ṣe screen wọ́n ní 45,000.
èló
fóònù ti ẹ̀rọ bá bí 280 àbí 300 tí wọ́n rò pé 45,000 ọ̀dà kóhun lọ ní owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ òun pé
nígbà tí ilẹ̀ tí èdè
extra 20k.
wọ́n ní ọlọ́pàá ká ẹ̀yà ara àti orí èèyàn 8 nínú àpò gàrí mọ́ ọkùnrin kan lọ́wọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo láriwo bá sọ. ọwọ́ iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá Ondo ti tẹ afurasí ọkùnrin kan tí orúkọ rẹ̀ jẹ́ Yusuf Adenoyin ẹni tí wọ́n ká orí èèyàn 8 mọ́ lọ́wọ́ nígbà tó ń rin ìrìn àjò lọ sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun Àyákúẹ̀. Adenoyin ẹni ọdún 31 jẹ́ ọmọ bíbí ìpínlẹ̀ Kogi sọ fún iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá pé ìlú Òṣogbo ni àwọn oníbàárà rẹ̀ wà àti pé ìgbà kẹta nìyí tí ó ń kó ẹ̀yà ara èèyàn lọ sí Òṣogbo fún títà kó tó di pé ọwọ́ pálábá rẹ̀ ségi. àwọn nǹkan míì tí Yusuf ní àwọn ọlọ́pàá ká mọ́ òun lọ́wọ́ ní ọkàn ajá 6 àti ojú ara màálù 4. afurasí ọ̀daràn náà ṣàlàyé pé ó ṣeéṣe kó jẹ́ àwọn ọmọ yahoo ni àwọn oníbàárà òun fi àwọn èròjà yìí ṣiṣẹ́ fún. afurasí ọ̀daràn náà ní nǹkan bí oṣù 7 sẹ́yìn ní ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ tó ń jẹ́ Ismail já òun sí iṣẹ́ káràkátà àwọn ẹ̀yà ara èèyàn tó bá jẹ́ ẹ̀yà ara ti tẹ̀ ló wà náà àpò gàrí bóòlù ara ẹ̀ ó ṣe rí.
bájẹ́ títọ́ mọ̀lẹ́bí.
àbí tó bá yẹ pé títọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ náà gbélé lọ́wọ́ pé kó gbé lọ ṣé òun lè gbé lọ. ìbàjẹ́ igi wọn ìyẹn ẹni tó ní kọ́kọ́ fi abẹ́rẹ́ gún rẹ̀ wò kó tó fi gún ọmọ làkejì jẹ́ wọn ọmọ ohun tó ń sọ bí.
lóòótọ́ lè máa sọ nípínlẹ̀ dèúsè lọ́hùn Jigawa nù àbí. Jigawa lọ́hùn náà ní olú ìlú ìpínlẹ̀ Jigawa yẹn ti ṣe dèúsè ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga fásitì tó wà ń bẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ti ìjọba àpapọ̀ ní ọ̀kan lára àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọn ń bẹ̀ ló ti fi ìbínú ju ọmọdébìnrin jòjòló tó ṣẹ̀yẹ̀ bí láti òkè pẹ̀tẹ́ẹ̀sì tó ìbínú jù sílẹ̀ eléyìí kò ṣẹ̀yìn bí wọ́n ṣe ní arábìnrin yìí àdágbé àdáfà tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo ìgbà ló fi ń rí ìnira tó tún wá lọ bá ẹni tó fún lóyún pé dákun torí Ọlọ́run ní ìléyàn méjì má dojú tì mí tí yìí sọ pé tó bá fẹ́ kú okú èmi kọ́ mo lóyún inú ẹ èmi kọ́ mo sì lọ́mọ wá ẹni tó lọ́mọ lọ nínú ìbínú yìí àti àròkún yìí ló gbà bínú tó fi ju ọmọlẹ̀ látòkè pẹ̀tẹ́ẹ̀sì níbi tó ń gbé kó tó di pé ọmọdélẹ̀ ni a gbọ́ pé ọmọ fi orí gbálẹ̀ ọmọ sì ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ gbèkúrú jẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹbọra àwọn tó jẹ́ akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ẹgbẹ́ wọn gbé dìgbàdìgbà lọ sílé ìwòsàn tó jẹ́ ti wọ́n pè ní Ṣèkó ní specialist hospital ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí wọ́n fi débẹ̀ wọ́n ní òkú rẹ̀lẹ́jà àtà òkú ni wọ́n gbé wá sọ́dọ̀ àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Dùsẹ̀ tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìwádìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún láti mọ ohun tó ṣokùnfà ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà.
ìwọ tó ti rọ́jú fún oṣù 9 tó gbé kò ṣe kúkú lọ wá kó kúkú wá lọ gbọ́mọ òun sílé ọmọ aláìní ìyàgbọ́ ṣé kò wá sàn.
ọdún ọyọ kìnìún kan wà tí wọ́n bá wọn tó bá súnmọ́ mi wọ́n bá wọn sọ dáadáa sórí téèyàn bá wà frustrated tí wọ́n pé ẹni tí wà frustrated sórí as at that time kan gbà sí lẹ́nu nǹkan tó fẹ́ràn wọ́n ti náà lè parẹ́ sórí parẹ́ jẹ́ sọ fún gbà yẹn ẹ̀rù pé kò ní lè parẹ́.
bó ṣe wà frustrated kí lè tí ò parẹ́ tó wá jẹ́ ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ló wà pa.
ṣé báwọn tó ń frustrated ni.
níbi tó ti wá bá rẹ̀ nísìn.
ẹ̀yin wà ní as at that very moment tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti kọjá tó fi lè gbé.
ìgbà tó ti di gbé kíní kò ṣe kúkú lọ gbé lé ìyá àbí bàbá ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ìyá tó bí òun gangan ni mo ń sọ o ní báyìí nísìn ẹjọ́ wo ló fẹ́ rò ní ẹjọ́ kí ni wọ́n fẹ́ sọ ní ẹjọ́ tí wọ́n máa sọ pé torí pé òun ló lọ́mọ ò jẹ́wọ̀n ní dájọ́ tó yẹ kán dà fún un.
torí pé kì í ṣe wọ́n ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí kì í ṣe wọn lóró sórí ìgbà míì tí ebi ọ̀nà ló máa ń sọ don't take decision when you are angry àbí tí wọ́n bá ń bí ọmọ take decision tó take mọ́ ó ti jọ ọmọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan kó tó wò pé àwọn àti jọ ọmọ
wọ́n ní ọ̀rẹ́ méjì tó jẹ́ ìpè ọkùnrin lórí ayélujára kó ọlọ́pàá ti ẹsẹ̀ bọ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà ọ̀gá àgbà iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà Olúkáyọ̀dé Ẹgbẹ́tókù ti pàṣẹ fún gbogbo iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Abia láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìwádìí ní kánmọ́kánmọ́ òun sì fẹ́ èsì láàrin ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì láti mọ ibi tí arákùnrin tó ṣekú pa àwọn ọmọ méjì ibi tó sá lọ sí ìyẹn Andrew tó ṣekú pa àwọn méjèèjì. ta ni wọ́n pa Andrew kọ́ Andrew. wọ́n ti ní kán ṣe àwárí ẹ̀ torí ìgbà tí àwọn obìnrin yìí ṣe kinní wọ́n lọ sí wọ́n fi àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ ránṣẹ́ sí èèyàn kan ẹni òun ní bí ọ̀rẹ́ àbúrò òun lẹ́ni òun jẹ́ ipe ó fi àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ ránṣẹ́ sí àwọn pé wọ́n ti jí àwọn gbé o ibi báyìí báyìí náà gbé àwọn lọ ṣùgbọ́n àwọn gbé alẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ àwọn lọ sí àgọ́ ọlọ́pàá àwọn lọ fi tọ́lọ́pàá létí gbọ́ ọlọ́pàá ní pé kí ó mọ̀ tí èèyàn bá fi mímọ́ bí mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá notice pé lágbájá báyìí ló ṣe máa ń rìn tó wá di pé ìrìn ò lọ báyìí mọ́ tó bá lọ lé àgọ́ ọlọ́pàá wọ́n sọ pé lẹ́yìn 24 hours kan tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìwádìí ẹ̀ tí lè sọ pé ẹni tó lọ láàrin wákàtí méjì ipò sọnù èmi sọ pé ó fẹ́ dàbẹ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣéǹjì kínní inú òfin orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà torí ibi a ṣe máa ń sọnù nígbà ẹ̀bà rẹ̀ náà láàrin nígbà tó ti mọ̀ pé láàrin 24 hours ọlọ́pàá ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ láàrin 24 hours ó ń ṣe nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe ẹni lóhùn sì fẹjọ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá sọ pé àwọn ò tí lè ṣe kankan ṣùgbọ́n kó fọkàn balẹ̀ pé kò sí kankan tó lè ṣe wọn bí tọ́wọ́ abẹ́rẹ́ páwọn náà kó wọn síbẹ̀.
ọ̀gá o kàn ṣe ìwádìí wọn kan gbé ìwádìí jáde omi tó dàbí rẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ wọn yarí mọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ní àwọn ò ní gba 75,000 naira eléyìí tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ fẹ́ fún àwọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí owó oṣù òṣìṣẹ́ tó kéré jùlọ.
jẹ́ ló síláàgì bàbá.
Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu náà ti wá jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ síta lórí ẹni pẹ̀tọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá lẹ́yìn nígbà 250,000 ṣe nǹkan tó le fún wa láti san ṣùgbọ́n ẹ ṣe tán ẹ sì mọ̀ pé ẹ dúró tán láti pàdánù iṣẹ́ yín lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ yanturu.
ó ti di threat.
ìjọba pàdánù iṣẹ́ yín yóò pọ̀ ju torí àwọn nǹkan táwọn bá lè san làwọn ó san nǹkan táwọn bá sì lè san ìgbà tí wọ́n gbówó lọ́wọ́ èèyàn 100 táwọn fẹ́ ra ajá mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́ tẹ̀sí ní kéèyàn 55 èèyàn 20 gbà ajẹ́pẹ́ èèyàn 18 gbàdá lé wọn.
wọ́n ní ìwọ́de ẹnugbẹ́ wáyé ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́, Ọ̀ṣun, Èkó ní àná. Ọlọ́pàá kó àwọn olùwọ́de ní ìlú Ìbàdàn. wọ́n ní méjì nínú àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tó jáde láti ṣe ìfẹ̀hónúhàn ní àyájọ́ ọjọ́ ìjọba àwarawa ti di èrò àtìmọ́lé ní olú iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá tó wà ní agbègbè Ẹlẹ́yẹlé ní ìlú Ìbàdàn ní nǹkan bíi aago 9 òwúrọ̀. òun ni wọ́n jáde tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìfẹ̀hónúhàn ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí ètò aago 9 kọjá ìṣẹ́jú 15 6:15 ṣàdédé ni àwọn ọlọ́pàá dé tán sì yàgò méjì nu wọn náà wọn gan ní ìpínlẹ̀ náà. wọ́n ní kò sí nǹkan kan amáyédẹrùn ebi àti àìní tẹ̀síwájú ẹgbẹ́ ajàfẹ́tọ̀ọ́mọnìyàn àti àwọn ọ̀dọ́ lọ́sùn náà wọ́n pariwo síta. bákan náà àwọn ti Èkó náà àwọn náà ṣàmúlò MKO àwọn náà ṣe àmúlò kínní bàbá wọ́n fi ṣe àṣà pé ńgbà tí bàbá wà láyé ara ò ní wá báyìí bàbá wa lọ ẹ wá ń ṣe àyájọ́ ìjọba ara pẹ̀lú bára ṣe ni wá lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà gbọ́ àwọn kan ti di èrò àtìmọ́lé báyìí látàrí pé wọ́n bọ́ síta wọ́n wá sọ nǹkan tó wà lọ́kàn wọn síta.
ó dà bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá adúpẹ́ o.
adúpẹ́ pẹ́ òkun.
àbí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n ń sọ yìí tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ minimum wage ẹ̀yin ò ní gbà ń bẹ́ àbí tó bá tí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá rẹ̀.
wọ́n tiẹ̀ ní ìbùkún ni fún ọmọ ọ̀dọ́ náà tó fi ọgbọ́n ṣe.
tí wọ́n ọlọ́pàá múyàn nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tó múyàn ń pẹ́ ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo àbí ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó jẹ́ gbogbo ọlọ́pàá múyàn tó wọ́n ń ṣèwọ́de tí wọ́n dá nǹkan rú ni àbí Yorùbá nation wọ́n ń ṣe bí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ June 12 wọ́n ní ìgbájú ìgbámú wọ́n lu àwọn èèyàn tó wọ́n kó wọ́n lù wọ́n bí ìgbà wọn olè tó lọ pa gbogbo ìlú gan wọn gbọ́dọ̀ lù wọ́n tó wọ́n ṣe lu àwọn èèyàn wọ̀nyí torí pé wọ́n béèrè fẹ́ tọ́ wọn. bàbá Fẹ́mi Fálànà ti dìde sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ó ní ìgbésẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá yìí ó lòdì sí òfin orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà pátápátá.
ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu sì bọ́ta láàárọ̀ àná wọn sọ wọ́n ní àwọn ọ̀dá àwọn tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ìfẹ̀hónú àwọn ọ̀dá wọn dúró ẹ̀ ń fi nǹkan tó wà lọ́kàn yìí ẹ̀ fi ń hàn.
kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tó lu iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tí wàá ṣe irú ẹ̀ kí ni wọ́n rí lọ́bẹ̀ tó yẹ wá rọ́ ó yẹ kí wọ́n ní àjọ tó máa tó yẹ kó máa rí sí ọ̀rọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ máa ṣe wádìí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pàá yìí náà torí pé eléyìí ó dàbí ẹni pé wọ́n ti fẹ́ sọ wádìí tọ́lọ́pàá bá ní agbára bí ológun ni kò bá di nǹkan mímọ́ wa lọ́wọ́.
adúpẹ́ lọ́lọ́gbọ̀n wọn lágbára bí ológun.
ó lágbára o wọ́n ní bí kankan tó bá tóbi bí erin kí ni o bá ṣe àtàpá ní ìbámu ọ̀tá yìí.
ọmọ pé bó ṣe ra rí púnpún náà tó báyìí lè ta erin bó ṣe wà wọn erin ó gbéra yóò gbé sánlẹ̀.
kájọ pé bóyá kìnnìún kọlọ́run ṣàánú lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yàyà Bello wọn ní àjọ EFCC wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbójú ọdún ṣèyí kò gba bribe.
bribe kí ni.
èmi àti ẹni EFCC báyìí káàdì rí Yàyà Bello mú kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. àwọn náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbéná ojú ara wọn pé Yàyà Bello ibo ló sá lọ wọ́n ti fi ọ̀rọ̀ ètò iléeṣẹ́ immigration wọ́n ti tó wọn létí ọmọ ogun òfurufú wọn fi tó wọn létí ọmọ ogun orí ilẹ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pàá àwọn ọ̀tẹlẹ̀múyẹ́ báwo lẹ̀ ṣe wà mọ̀ pé Yàyà Bello ibo ló wá gbà.
ọmọ pa wà gọ ìlà tó sì wà lójú mi ìlà ọmọ gọ ni ṣùgbọ́n kó tó di pa àsọ̀bí tí Yàyà Bello wà jẹ́ àkọsẹ́ pé àgbélọ̀ ọjà wa náà já kó tó di pa àsọ̀bí tó wà ẹ jẹ́ àkọsẹ́ ẹ̀ka ìgbélọ̀ ọjà wa nígbà bá dé a máa tẹ̀wájú tàbá ètò jẹ́.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
Gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every. You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Nokpa.
Nokpa for management of power.
ẹ káàbọ̀ padà láti ẹ̀ka ìpolówó ọjà wa àwọn kókó tá a kó wádìí.
tó tiẹ̀ tó ipa kó àwọn kókó tá a kó wádìí ó mọ̀ pé a lọ sí ẹ̀ka ìpolówó ọjà lẹ́ǹkan ó ní mo fẹ́ sọ bí tí Yàyà Bello wa ẹni tó gbé pamọ́ lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná ńgbà tí àwọn EFCC dé ṣé wọn mọ ibi tó wà mọ́.
odidi gómìnà mi.
ńgbà tó wájú di gómìnà nǹkan ìtòlẹ́ lè jẹ́ pé Yorùbá ní ẹni tó mọ àti wáyé Olúnàgún òun náà ló mọ àti lu ẹ̀ wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sọ wípé bórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ṣe tóbi tó yìí EFCC ò lè sọ pé àwọn ò lè àwọn ọmọ ṣùgbọ́n tó bá máa náwó mọ́ àwọn tó ń pè láwọn ọmọ yahoo wọn mọ ibi tó wà ọba màá náà wọ́n mú àwọn ènìyàn lẹ́nu tó yẹ kó wọ́n ti ṣe láti ọjọ́ ajé títí dọjọ́ Friday wọ́n ní káwọn lọ jayé pé ẹ wọ canoply make jákèjọ bọ̀ ẹ kí wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ ẹ lọ́mọ yahoo ni wọn ṣùgbọ́n èyí tẹ́mi fi kájẹ lẹ́kùn tó pa àmọ́ mẹ́nu bá wọn kókó wọ́n ní ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu mo ní ṣubú wọ́n ṣubú níbi àyájọ́ ìjọba wàrà ṣùgbọ́n bàbá ti bọ́ ta bàbá ti sọ pé swagger ni you don't understand my swagger àìdọ̀bálẹ̀ for democracy ooo bàbá lọ́mọ Yorùbá pọ́nbélé làwọn.
ìgbéra wọn máa nù àmì Yorùbá boy.
àmọ́ ṣòtàn aláàlú ń gbáraga wọ́n ní àmì Yorùbá boy. mo mọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ ó ní mo dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún àwọn ó báyìí pé ìdọ̀bálẹ̀ yìí lè máa lọ ó lè máa bá ẹ̀yin lára bọ̀ bó ṣe wù èmi lọ́kàn ara mi kí n dọ̀bálẹ̀ ó ní bùgá mi tẹ̀sí gbàgbé kejì so ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ń jẹnu yín ní àtẹ̀ ń sọ pé ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ṣubú ó lóun ò ṣubú àìdọ̀bálẹ̀ for democracy. Babanga ní àrùn oúnjẹ mọ̀járe ó dákun jẹ́ ẹja mẹ́nu bá wọn gbogbo.
bàbá yóò ra nǹkan bí yóò rè
àwọn gbogbo tá a kó wá dé wọ́n ní ẹ̀wọ̀n ń rùn lórí ọmọ ààrẹ Amẹ́ríkà lẹ́yìn tó jẹ̀bi ẹ̀sùn lílo oògùn olóró àti níní ìbọn ní ọ̀nà àìtọ́.
tọ́rọ̀sì ètò ọrọ̀ ajé Nàìjíríà òun ló yà fẹ́ gba 250,000 ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́.
ọlọ́pàá ká ẹ̀yà ara àti orí èèyàn 8 nínú àpò gàrí mọ́ ọkùnrin kan lọ́wọ́ l'Ondo ariwo sọ.
akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga fásitì Ìdú State fìbínú pa ọmọ tó bínú.
ọ̀rẹ́ méjì tó jẹ́ ìpè ọkùnrin lórí ayélujára kú ọlọ́pàá ti ẹsẹ̀ bọ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà.
a ò ní gba ẹgbẹ̀rún 95 náírà tíjọba fẹ́ fún wa ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́.
ìwọ́de ẹnugbẹ wáyé ní Ọ̀yọ́ Ọ̀ṣun Èkó ọlọ́pàá kó àwọn olùwọ́de ní ìlú Ìbàdàn.
àwọn EFCC bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fẹ̀sùn kanra wọn pé ẹjọ́ àwọn tí ń lọ́wọ́ nú lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yàyà Bello.
ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ṣubú ní àyájọ́ ìjọba ara ṣùgbọ́n bàbá jáde wọ́n ní àìdọ̀bálẹ̀ for democracy.
adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run irú ẹ̀ lánàá rí o bàbá àtúndí tún padà dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún democracy lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí tàbí ẹni ìdìbò bá kàṣẹ ẹ̀ṣà.
ọdọọdún ni bàbá àwọn máa dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún democracy báyìí.
ọdọọdún ti pẹ́ ju ọdún ayé.
ìbọn ọdún 4 náà ni.
kí wọ́n máa ṣe lọ́dọọdún kí bàbá máa ṣe láàárín ọ̀sẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan.
kí ló dé.
kí wọ́n máa dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún democracy àbí.
ìyẹn pọ̀.
adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run ibi tí àgbẹ̀ pèrè sọ̀mọ̀ fún ti àkọ́ yìí náà kàmí amóhùnmáwòrán Wisdom Yard náà lọ́wọ́ yìí tó bá tún di ní ọ̀la àbí.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
láti pàdé lórí àkọ́tún ètò yìí. ẹran ọdún òun mo ti ẹ̀fẹ́ wá lọ báyìí wọ́n ní wọ́n ti ń pẹ ẹran ní 30,000 nìkan.
èmi ti ẹ̀rí tọ́tí ń tàn 2,000.
2,000.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
oṣù kan jáde ẹ̀ lé ọlọ́ wọ́n lè ẹran ọdún nù. tó ẹni tá a gé gbére tèmọ̀ nù ọgbà yẹn ní oyè ọ̀la lórúkọ tèmi àti ẹnì kejì ìtajọ̀ mọ́ wá sí ti gbọ̀ yín.
ọjọ́ Adélérè lórúkọ ti tèmi.
tó bá dọ̀la àtúrè pàdé ní agbára Ọlọ́run ní agbára àgbàwòrán bí ẹ máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ẹ má bá yàn jà ara ìjà ní kúwà.
Brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odunayo Adelere, and with me in the studio this afternoon,
I'm Rochimi Orilua, son of the prophetess.
Thank you so much for joining me this
Thanks
afternoon.
for having me.
As you all know, this is where we bring news that made it to the top. We discuss the one we feel we should discuss, but it's so good that we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your own comments in the comment section. And we want to appreciate all our fans out there who are always staying to WY TV to get the latest. And we want to appreciate our sponsor, Nokpa Herbals, the producer of Nokpa Herbal Mixture, Herbal Co, Herbal Tonic, Herbal Bitters, Herbal Energy Flusher, and Herbal Energy Powder. Whichever you need, you can just send a DM or call the number 0701010859. You can as well be a sponsor for this show, or you can bring in your adverts and let's make your products known to the whole world. In the From Punch newspaper this afternoon, I have minimum wage. Federal government warns of mass sacking as labor disowns agreements. 80 billion naira fraud. EFCC accuses colleagues, others of shielding Yahya Bello. National anthem can't unite a nation, Shehu Sani tells Tinubu. Military will continue to protect democracy, defense chief. On Vanguard newspaper, we have Labour rejects Tinubu's claim of agreement on minimum wage. Lukman says APC can no longer win elections without rigging. Soludo warns Tinubu against approving unsustainable minimum wage. While on Daily Post newspaper we have Democracy Day, I didn't fall, it was Dobale, Tinubu explains. At your age, I would want younger ones to respect me, Obi replies Shoyinka. June 12th, Tinubu has done excellently well, kept campaign promises, Peter Obi. These are the news that made it to the top today. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Abba Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
Welcome back from that commercial break. That's our sponsor, Nokpa. So without wasting much of our time, minimum wage, federal government warns of mass sacking as Labour disowns this agreement.
I have always said it will come to this, that if federal government abide with the 250,000 that the Labour's group are demanding from the federal government, there is always a shortcoming or always a shortcut to every statement that federal government makes, because they will look for a way to counter that 250,000. If they didn't even come out to say they are warning against mass retrenchment, you know the inflation will stay high, because they will make things too difficult and life being unbearable for the masses.
I remember I said something that if at all the federal government is going to endorse that 495,000, 7,000 naira there, he said things will now become extra expensive
in the market.
Twice the amount we are buying right now.
That 400 and 400 plus that you are.
They will make sure they drain
They
it
will
out
make sure the money is valueless in your hand at the end of the month. Now they are coming out. They are forgetting that different people have been coming out to advise the so-called government, the so-called Baba Tinubu, or the president of the country, that they should try to cut the governance cost.
They can't cost.
Look at what happened in Niger State. The governor, the deputy,
the speaker, and some other
almost 70% of those people that are governing that state went to Arch, left the state abandoned.
My question is it that the governor, the deputy, the speaker have not been to Arch before?
Arch before. Even if they have not been to Arch before.
Why the governor, the deputy, the speaker?
Almost 70% of them left that state ungoverned.
And that state is still there.
The state is still there. And nothing happened. If this happened in the military era, what do you think is going to happen in that state?
The federal government on Wednesday admonished organized labor to consider the broader economic implications of its push for an unrealistic higher national minimum wage. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, who handed down the admonition, hinted that the 250,000 naira minimum wage demanded by labor could undermine the economy, lead to mass retrenchment of workers, and jeopardize the welfare of Nigerians. But when you wanted to sign the 1.7 trillion naira for Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, it was signed without even being passed.
It won't lead to retrenchment of some workers.
Those that are in the...
When they wanted to buy those Song Jeep,
you passed the bill.
It didn't affect the economy of the nation. When they want to sign in into bill, the salary of the new salary of the CGN, it did not affect the economy of the country.
It can't. When it comes to them, everything goes smoothly.
Everything goes well. But when it comes to the
poor masses, those that are actually working 247 round the clock,
that's to show the level of wickedness that our leaders are.
However, the labor unions refuted President Bola Tinubu's claim during his Democracy Day broadcast on Wednesday that an agreement had been reached on the new minimum wage. Acting president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Prince Adewale Aderoju, you know the president is not around, and we went for a program at outside the country, said as of the time negotiation ended on June 7, no agreement had been reached by the triparty committee of a national minimum wage. Adeyanju is acting on behalf of the NLC President Joe Ajaero, who is attending an International Labour Organization conference in Switzerland. Tinubu drilled the ire of the unions after stating that his administration would soon submit an executive bill to the National Assembly to codify the agreement reached in the minimum wage negotiation between Labour, the private sector, the state, and the federal government. The parties had engaged in prolonged talks for weeks, with the unions insisting on 250,000 naira minimum wage, while the federal government and the organized private sectors offered 62,000 naira. If the private sector is offering 62,000 naira, I can choose to work with them. I can choose not to work with them.
It depends on their choice.
It is their private. It is what they can afford. But now, the federal government,
even with the old salary, do you know how many people that have lost their job?
Now you are now.
Do you know how many companies that have left Nigeria, that they fold up, left their workers in the salary, and they are still living?
However, the state governor said they would not be able to sustain any minimum wage higher than 60,000 naira. Of all the things that has been said about this minimum wage, this 60,000 naira that the governors are saying they cannot pay is the one that has been giving me concern, that has been turning my, I don't know, has been changing my reasoning to Nigeria on a new page. I
don't know when this country is going to move out from the farm of slavery. Permit me to use that language. I can remember vividly when for one of our forefathers wanted to go to get independent. What they said then was to move out from the slavery of all these were so-called white people. Now I don't know the reason why we ourselves has got to the extent of enslaving ourselves in the countries that belongs to every one of us.
Why we have the resources,
yes, why we have the resources at least to sustain us. There are other countries there, Niger there, they don't have much resources than what Nigeria has, and they are still moving on, despite the fact that it was military that take over from that country. Now, have you ever seen any of the country citizens coming out to say, okay, this military era is unbearable for them, or let them go back to the military regime? I wonder when our eyes are going to open up in this country, a country where we are in a democracy where you can't come out to express your feelings, where you can't come out to tell the whole world your pains, you can't come out to tell the whole world what is going wrong with the so-called administrative, where you can't express your feelings.
You know how funny
is that really a country?
When President Bola Tinubu came out to give the June 12 speech yesterday, he said something, and I quote him. He said, "This is a country whereby you are free to express yourself. He's not going to stop."
With the kind of protester they were.
He said it's a place whereby you can express yourself. Nobody's going to stop. And he, as a person, is not going to stop. Even if the labor union wants to embark on any protest, that is not going to stop them. But yesterday, there was a protest that went on in Ibadan.
Do you know how many people the police officer arrested?
And some people were being apprehended yesterday while doing what? Showing their concern.
A peaceful protest telling the whole Nigerians, telling the whole world the pain that we are going through, and police still went ahead. And this set of police were part of those people that the labor are fighting for. This same set of police that their lives were unbearable for them to live an healthy life, to live. Now tell me, do they have access to good health?
They don't even enjoy themselves. If they have access to good things, I don't think there should be any reason for any police officers to stay on the road and be collecting the money.
Yes.
So everybody is in it together. They just choose to be on that side that they are, not wanting the poor masses to express what they actually feel in their heart, which is not supposed to be. 80 billion naira fraud. EFCC accuses colleagues, others, of shielding Yaya Bello. You see this Yaya Bello's case, I don't know where to start from, I don't know where to end it.
Where do we start from?
For the past months now,
Yaya Bello has not been on the run. But they can go to a nightclub in Nakuru where people were having their bachelor's eve. Together with the bride to be, everybody was arrested, molested in a country where we have law, that are guiding the citizen, guiding everybody living in the country. You see, this security personnel, this EFCC, they want to turn themselves to their act, and their behavior was really like the one of the SARS then. You see.
It will get to a stage that even those youths will no longer be able to hold it
again.
There was a time whereby the SARS can just come and oppress you anyhow. But nobody knew where the revolution came. Should I call it revolution or where the gathering came from? Nobody knew where it came from. We just knew it started.
It's going to start very soon. You know, you remember the words of that Reverend, I think, Kano, that said, Nigeria, we are all sitting on a time bomb, a keg that is containing a gunpowder that it can escalate. That you see, a time will come that people will say, okay, enough is enough. You will kill who you are going to kill, the rest will still continue.
One thing I'm so sure about is they can't kill everybody.
They can't kill everybody.
The only thing that can make them kill everybody when they come out for that kind of protest is probably there's an explosive that was being thrown. And even while you throw explosives, some people will still survive.
Exactly.
And those that are actually the survivor of that kind of thing are always coming out with full force to come out and
you see, what really amazed me was that, what baffled me was that the president came out this, I think yesterday, that when he fell down yesterday, that it was on social media, that he saw it all over social media.
We are still going to get there.
Okay.
We are going to get there. It's something that was worth discussing. The body of the news says the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission on Wednesday said ex-Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello, who is accused of 80.2 billion naira fraud, had ridiculed the Nigerian justice system by failing to present himself for trial in court. The EFCC Acting Zonal Director, Benin Zonal Command, Mr. Efa Okim, stated this during a familiarization visit to the Delta State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists in Asaba, Delta State capital. The EFCC is having a running legal battle with Bello over alleged 80.2 billion naira fraud, following a failed attempt to arrest him and his repeated absence from court for his arraignment. The EFCC declared Bello wanted, while the Nigeria Immigration also placed the governor on a watch list. When asked on Wednesday why the EFCC had yet to arrest Bello weeks after he was declared wanted, and Irate Okim claimed that the ex-governor was being shielded by the system. This is the last question I expected, because the shame is on all of you.
The EFCC person, including the Nigerian government.
Is that a question I should answer alone? It is not me. It is the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The EFCC's donor director said that politically exposed Yaya Bello, whose crime has been traced to him by allegations and has been invited by EFCC to come and explain. And for months, he's acting drama, and we are all here wanting to ask questions.
You can go out to the grassroots.
Is our shame. I know the fact that this man accepted that the shame is their shame.
To go and molest any other person you see out there at the street. You see, in Nigeria, when you say we have a law, we don't have a law in Nigeria. The only law that we have in Nigeria is for the poor, not for the rich people. Because they believe some set of people consider themselves untouchable.
So
look at what happened in
Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stopped. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
Give me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every... You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero, like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Nokpa.
Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break. So before we went on,
that's what I was saying. Look at what happened to we look at what happened in the United States of America. Joe Biden's son was found guilty, was charged guilty of doing drugs and firearms in his possession, and he could face 25 years time in imprisonment.
If convicted.
Can that happen in the history of Africa, in the history of Nigeria?
You know where
that
I
the
know,
president's son, the sitting president's son, will go to court to go and face some charges.
You know where I know Nigeria is. You can't compare Nigeria with other countries. We have the Donald Trump case.
Exactly.
After everything, after going through and through, back and forth, he was later found guilty and he was sentenced.
Yes.
It cannot have, we still have a past president that is supposed to be brought to book.
To book.
Based on the Naira note.
The man said it in a statement that nobody should come after him.
And nobody's actually going after him.
That anybody that come after him is ready to face his wrath. And nobody went after him.
EFC cannot come out to tell me they don't know where Yaya Bello is. Yaya Bello, we all know where he is, but to go after him, they summed it up. They said some forces are behind him. So who are the forces behind the Yaya Bello? That are beyond
that believe they are greater than the law of the land. That they believe they are greater than the constitution of Nigeria. That nobody can arrest him. But this same set of government people, this same set of people can go after Sunday Igboho, the man that was agitating.
Can go after Nnamdi Kanu. Fighting for Biafra. I am not saying those people that he went after, they actually did something that is right. But for the fact that one person can be used as an example, that means everybody is equal when it comes to the law. But now, one person, my question, I still want to ask this question, and I'm putting it to EFCC. When you went ahead to arrest Yaya Bello the other time, the person that actually covered him up, that is the sitting governor.
Governor, yes.
What was done to the governor?
To the sitting governor, was it called by the so-called president? Was it called by the CGN?
No, that is Abeti.
No, at the end of the day, they will tell you that he's still enjoying immunity. That is why he's still
working. Yaya Bello is still out there working freely. He's not supposed to be. Democracy Day, I didn't fall. It was Dobale. Tinubu explains.
Yes, it was really Dobale, according to what the president said. You know, anybody can make a mistake, and anybody can fall at any time. Because what happened yesterday was just a mistake by stepping on his agbada. But for him to have come out that to say, I didn't fall, that I Dobale, that is a Yoruba cultured man, that he respect the fallen hero.
You know one thing why I respect this man a lot. Would you ask me why?
Why?
I love the fact that for everything happened to him, there is always something to correlate
to cover it up. Okay, well, I want to chip in. The other time you said that we are still coming back. There was the president came out to say, I didn't fall like Dobale, because he saw it all on social media.
So
people were making just
I am still coming to that statement as well.
Now, you saw it on social media, but you don't see it on social media.
The suffering of the masses.
The suffering of the masses. That is to show the level of wickedness the leader we have in the country.
So there was a day we had this kind
of... Maybe he believes that the protest of the hunger protest was being staged by the opposition party.
You said something one time, and you said you want to assume he did not see the suffering of the poor masses. And I was saying it the other day, I said, they check it. They just don't take cognizance of it. They don't put their all attention to her. When they shout today, come tomorrow, they would have forgotten.
They have forgotten what happened.
Now, for a president, when he was doing his campaign, he said he does not do social media anymore. Because it's about to give him hypertension.
That is a no-going area for him.
So for you to have for you to have Dobale mistakenly yesterday, which later acknowledged that you Dobale real for the fallen hero, and you saw it on social media, definitely you see what the poor masses are actually going through. You just chose to look away for what they are going through. President Bola Tinubu has said that what he did at Eagle Square on Wednesday while celebrating the 2024 Democracy Day was Dobale. And again, I would have agreed it was Dobale if the aides did not run after him.
Yes.
I would have agreed.
It was true.
No,
it might not inform the aide that is going to Dobale. So it has informed the maid. The maid would have, okay, let me say his aide, sorry, I'm sorry to abuse that language. His aide would have guided him on how to Dobale.
I am sorry.
So it won't be...
Tinubu is not a 10-year-old man. He's not a 20-year-old, but he's above the age that I can say, no, this person does not know the right from the left. In the constitution of Nigeria, in the history of Nigeria, I have never seen when somebody Dobale in that kind of manner.
No, it may start from his own regime.
You already gave us another.
You know, there's a bill that is going on in the Senate House now that a single term for president should be 6 years, should be extended to 6 years. So it may start from his own tenor.
Dobale is a Yoruba term for prostration. Tinubu said he did not slip and stumble to the ground, as many might have interpreted it, but did what every traditional Yoruba boy would do on such occasion, Dobale. Cameras captured President Tinubu stumbling as he climbed the parade vehicle during the June 12th celebration at Eagle Square in Abuja on Wednesday. And the president, who spoke about the incident during the Democracy dinner night at the presidential villa, said, early this morning, the way he said it, and I quote, "I had a swagger and it's on all social media. They are confused whether I was doing buga or babariga. But it is day to celebrate democracy. Why doing dobale on the day? I am a traditionally Yoruba boy. I did my dobale." So those are the words of Tinubu at the democracy banquet that was held at Abuja Villa.
Okay, well, Baba, we want to say to the whole Nigerian that your dobale for the democracy day is well accepted.
We accept it. Daily Post report that among prominent Nigerians who have reacted to the incident, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023 general election, Peter Obi, said that it's natural for any man, no matter how strong or feeble, to sleep at one point or another. Before he actually said this, he actually described the fall as an unfortunate fall.
Oh, yes.
Same as Atiku Abubakar.
Yes.
When the fall started circulating, when Atiku came out, I was on the watch out for what Peter Obi was going to say. And so true to what it did not actually fall my hand.
Yes.
I saw his write-up. And he still came out to say, so far so good. Tinubu has done excellently well because everything that was on his campaign list has been done by him.
Because people,
so he fulfilled everything that was on his campaign list.
Because people did not listen very well to his campaign list.
Yes, now we were very so eager. Emiloko, let's give it to Yoruba man.
Because he said, I'm going to bring the inflation high.
He said it now.
People didn't go through it. Not until when he was appointed, when the thing started escalating, then people went back to his campaign promises to say, oh, he said it all.
So to our president, who didn't sleep, neither did he fall yesterday, he said he dobale for the fallen heroes, the likes of MKO Abiola, Kudirat Abiola, all these fallen heroes that are gone. He said he dobale for them as a Yoruba, traditional Yoruba boy. So for as many that are going out to circulate that the president fell, he did not fall, he dobale. Thank you for joining us on the show today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok, on our Instagram. You can also join our WhatsApp community. You can send your message and you'll be added to the WhatsApp community. So we'll come again on your screen. Once say a very big thank you to our sponsor, Nokpa Abbas, and our CEO in person of Praise, Dr. Noah Adeleke Oshi. Thank you, Ambassador Rilu Arotimi, for joining me. So we'll come again, be good and be fine. Bye for now.